All right, preparing live. Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Let's get it right this time, Ross Collins. You gotta stop messing everything up for me, dog.
I didn't do shit. Let's be a big show.
Sean. Like a bone. You Joan like a phone. This is the KFFL show, isn't it? Oh, it is. Okay. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Joey Blaze here for the KFFL show. Keystone Korner. Joining me tonight is our guest star, 2019 Summer Sizzler, and 2019 Winter Chiller, and 2020 Keystone Flag Football League undisputed all-season, all-terrain champion, Ross Collins.
On that grass.
We smoked that, Chris. When
That
I say we, I mean just literally the playmakers like Chris Boone, Sean Motes, Tyler Spencer, Polo, Cannon, Coley.
I played corner
Zeke.
in that league.
You did play corner in that league. That's right. Yeah, you shut down Zach Ruby. I remember that. The times. I remember that remember that good times. Yeah, I live in the past. So what? It's KFFL schedule drop. Let's do this. No being unprofessional and kissing up the TV too and talking about that. Everybody wants to see the schedule. We're done with the talkery. So Keystone Flag Football League. Strangest league in the history of 9-man, Ross.
Huh?
Is KFFL the weirdest league you ever been a part of? Not just because of things that were done specifically, but just because of the random things that just kind of happen. Like, the time like we were playing the Browns and there was like how many of them versus how many of us? It was like just weird stuff like that. Like, or the time like one of my favorites, that ship flip Gators Browns game where they blocked the game winning field goal was short by a yard. And the Browns returned it for a touchdown, but it was called back due to flag guard. The dramatics. Or the time. You remember that time. You remember that time?
That time.
Yeah. Now last year was fun. Primetime Spartans last year, that game. Sheesh. The comeback by Tri-State, one of the greatest games of all time. Let's get to the schedule drop.
Yeah.
Talk about the teams this year. Killer Bees are back in it. 5 teams, Jamie. Killer Bees are back. They're an OG in the KFFL. We're looking forward to seeing them back in the Keystone Flag Football League this year. Killer Bees are doing double duty this year. Not just KFFL, but the Washington County Flag Football League as well. So the Bees are going to be in 2 leagues this year. That's going to be a real test for them with the gauntlet of both Keystone and Washington County at the same time. We saw the Tri-State Spartans do it last year. Can the Bees do it this year? The other team who's doing it, Chaos. Got to give it up for Chaos, man. Going out there, they're playing. Schedule is kind of off skew a little bit because the PDF was kind of formatted weird. Here's what we got for their schedule. The other teams we mentioned, X-Dogs, they're back in it. For those wondering who this team is, 4U2NV. That's an abbreviation I got. I don't know what it stands for exactly. If anybody in the comments knows, please let me know. That's not out of ignorance as much as it is just I don't really know. I haven't really got an abbreviation from anybody yet on that. Let me set up real quick. That's my phone does. Yeah, battery packs get drained hard these days. Yeesh. So here's what we got as well. Cram Central, Ross. The Cram Central Gorillas is what I was told the name was by Eric. That's spelled like the band name, I would imagine. in my head. I can see it. I kind of also pictured a militant war, guerrilla, you know, they're using war, that term. But let's get to the point. March 26th, 9 a.m. kickoff. X-Dogs and 4U in X-Dogs versus the former Outlaws, 4U2 NV. That's going to be the first game for Keystone. So back-to-back years, the X-Dogs will kick off versus this organization. We'll see how they do when they face off. Two originals in the Keystone Flag Football League and the X-Dogs at 4U2 NV. So we'll see how it goes when they face off 9 a.m. on March 26th. This will be followed at 10:10 by Chaos versus the X-Dogs. X-Dogs going to start off a doubleheader. So they're going to be coming out here with their first game and second game. Right out the gate, we'll see how the X-Dogs look. They're going to play their 21st season their 21st year this year. So earlier today, Coley Jones changed his profile picture to the X-Dogs logo.
Oh boy.
Heisenberg ain't playing. We'll see how it goes. Here's what we're looking at. Chaos versus X-Dogs 10-10, followed by Chaos and Killer Bees in the first of their best of 4 to 6 games, depending on how long it takes or how long this rivalry goes. We talked about that in the last episode. If you want to go back and watch that, that's going to be the highlight of rivalry of this year. Chaos versus the Killer Bees. I'm really excited about that one. The bye week, Cramp Central. Cramp Central is going to take a couple of weeks to get prepared for the season. We'll see how it goes. I hear our old guy Abe is out there running Cramp Central right now.
Huh?
Abe's the captain of Cramp Central. Yeah, that's what I was told. Padilla. I'm looking forward to seeing what they got. Is it the program? Just like the same guys but ran by Abe? I don't know. I just want to see what they come out with. You never know what you're going to get these days out there on the field. Who else we got? 4U2NV versus Cramp Central. That's going to be at 9 a.m. as well, April 9th. Followed by, I still have the typo of Outlaws from earlier. Try to fix that. Sorry. That was something I had to correct over because I didn't have the exact abbreviation when I wrote it. So I got that revised later. That's Outlaws, by the way, 4U2NV. They're going to play Killer Bees. I'm going to fix that later on before I post it. It was a long process. Killer Bees and Cramp Central afterwards. So it's going to be a bit of a nice little matchup between those three teams to face off that day. Bye week goes to Chaos and the X-Dogs. April 16th is X-Dogs at 9 a.m. versus the Killer Bees. That's going to be a really good game. Long-time rivalry between these two. Always a good one when they face off. They had that great matchup in the quarterfinals last year, the KFFL. X-Dogs beat the Bees on the walk-off game-winning touchdown pass by Matt Eisenberg in overtime, in the final play of regulation, actually. Literally, it was the final play of regulation. 26-20, X-Dogs got the win to advance to the semifinals for the 20th straight year in a row in league play. X-Dogs have made it to the semifinals every single season of league play they've been in. There has not been a year where they have not finished top 4. And this season in the Keystone Flag Football, they're going to do it one more time. Can they become the second team in this area to win a league championship in 3 different decades? Remember, Broad Axe did that last year, Washington County, when they beat the Spartans. Because they won their first championship, you remember, way back in 2003. And then they got their second one that decade, 2012. And then 2021. X-Dogs, can they get that same feat? Remember, their first league championship was 2002. Their first one in the next decade was 2010. And then after that, they don't got one yet in this one. They've had 2 shots at it. Remember, Washington County was stacked against them. They had a tough outing with the Misfits in 2020. And then the next season in KFFL fell short to the Killer Bees in the semifinals. Last season in Keystone fell short to the Wolverines as well. Fun fact about the X-Dogs, and this is going to be a stat that blows your mind, Ross Collins.
I'm listening.
Going back every season that the X-Dogs has not won in a league that they participated in, going back all the way. And I mean, this is gonna really mess with you all the way till 2014. Every league that the X-Dogs have played in that they did not win has been won by the team who eliminated the X-Dogs, whether it's in the finals or the semifinals. The last time that was not the case was back in 2014 when they lost in the semis. That year, Miller Lite had beaten Ruckus in the semis. X-Dogs fell just short to the Knights. Miller Lite got the game winner over the Knights about a week later in a classic game under a minute to go. Remember that game-winning drive by Grayboy and Company to get that win. But that was the last time that it wasn't the case. But you got to think about it. How many seasons is that? Fall 15, fall 16, fall 17. You go fall 18. They didn't win in fall 19. And then you go fall 20, spring 21, and fall 21. Along the way, they've lost to Broadaxe in the finals of 15. They lost to Broadaxe in the semifinals of 16. Lost to Broadaxe in the finals of 17. Lost to ADR in the semis of 18. Lost to ADR in the championship at fall 19. Lost to the Misfits in the semifinals in 2020. Lost to the Killer Bees in the championship in the spring of 21. Lost to the Wolverines last season in the semifinals in the KFFL. They've been close. They have gotten wins in that span. Don't get me wrong. They won the KFFL in 2018 in the spring. They won the KFFL in the spring of 2019. For the longest time, they never lost a game on that field. They were almost unbeatable there. But it's been tough for the X-Dogs over the years. We'll see what they can do. But things have run through the X-Dogs over the years. I'm really excited to see what happens. That matchup with the Killer Bees is going to be great. Chaos and Cram Central. The battle of the C's. That's going to be a good one. Who is the better C team? I can't wait. Is it the double C team or the single C team? It's going to be a good one. Chaos and 4U2NB. I actually think that has an intrigue to factor to it. That's going to be a very interesting game to me. I actually want to go watch that for some reason. I got to make sure I'm available that weekend. Hear that too?
Yeah.
Someone try to visit the show.
Mhm.
Go lock it. Check it. Or pop it.
Okay.
Or pop it.
Okay.
We're on the air just in case.
Yeah, keep it. Yeah, keep
Yeah,
it.
it's kind of weird.
Or at least we'll go viral.
Oh, I mean, that's a pro. I mean,
You
there
get
was
right.
the incident that one Saturday night show we tried. Remember that? What else we got? Your shirt does say shooter on the back of it.
Yeah, don't forget it.
9 a.m. X-Dogs and Cram Central, April 30th. After that, at 10:10, 4U2NV versus Killer Bees. The number, by the way, indicates the amount of games at that point written up. I just did that as a way to keep track and help everybody else keep track. Ross just went outside. Pray for Ross's return. May 7th, X-Dogs versus 4U2NV at 9, 10, 10. Chaos and Killer Bees, part of their epic best of series. 11:20, Chaos and Cram Central. May 14th, X-Dogs and Cram Central at 9 a.m., followed by X-Dogs and Killer Bees at 10:10. And then it's going to be Cram Central and 4U2NV at 11:20. May 21st, we got Chaos versus 4U2NV at 9 at 10:10. It's Chaos versus X-Dogs. And then finally, 11:20, it's Cram Central and the Killer Bees. This is what we got right now for team schedules as well, if you all want to look at that. I'm going to try to fix the Outlaws issue I had from earlier for U2NB. And we'll get back to that momentarily. So that's what we got for the Keystone Flag Football League schedule. really excited about what's to come in this upcoming season. Me personally, I think Killer Bees and the X Dogs will be the matchup to look forward to this year. I wouldn't be shocked though a team like Chaos could sneak in.
No.
I do wish though we could have a crossover weekend somehow with Washington County.
I'm kind of intrigued to see what chaos will be as well.
I'm in too because I've heard so many different things about
it's going to be chaos, pure.
Pure. No, it's just chaos now. It's not even pure. It's just chaos. I'm excited. Killer Bees, X Dogs.
I'm getting what were they? Golden Knights. What were they? Knights. What were they?
The Red Knights,
Golden. What were they?
Vegas Golden Knights.
No, not kids and stuff. Golden. What was?
What are you even talking about?
What was Ruby's team if they took that over originally? What was Golden. What were they?
You talking about the Immortals, dog?
Yeah, more.
Bro, you're so gone. Holy
They were
smack.
gold though. Nah, I just totally forgot their name.
Tivis to the Bees.
Nobody cares about Tivis other than Tivis.
Why would you say that about Tivis to Tivis? Why are you such a bully?
Yeah. I mean Tivis. I'm the bully. Yeah.
Cross everybody thinks you're a bully. Hey, Tivis just called you the hater.
Haters gonna hate.
Haters gonna hate. Stop. But I'm excited. Keystone and County is back. Both of them are back. What a time to be alive, right? We got late ball back. What would you say, Ross, on terms of top to bottom is the better league right now? Taking the Warriors out of it and taking Chaos and the Bees out of it. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. We're all similar, and I think but yet we're different in a lot of ways. Like Keystone has always been a different vibe in County when you go up there, but it's a good kind of vibe because it's always been a chill back atmosphere. I always like the field. Because it's a good facility. We should try to steal it somehow, take a crane or something. One. Can your car tow it? Yeah. Yeah, thank you. See, Tim says you're always mean, so I'm just pretty solid at this point. I'm excited though. Sadly, we got some teams that didn't make it. Prime time went out the back. Tri-State Spartans, Wolverines. Jamie Lagana came in. He won the championship. As I mentioned last episode, a friendly reminder, guys, that the Wolverines are still the defending KFFL and 4-state champion since there wasn't a Washington County last year. Well, there was, except there was somewhere else. We need a Champions Edition. It'd be cool. It'd be cool. Just getting everybody together. That's something great. That's what I want to do every single weekend in the Keystone and Washington County flag football leagues. At least they are. I'm gonna probably be elsewhere. Who knows? I forgot what flag football was, but I'm back. I feel it. Are you ready for it, Ross Collins? Nope. All right.
Baseball.
Who the fuck cares? It's fucking baseball. This motherfucker's talking about baseball over here. This baseball season. Okay, Dad.
That's me.
Yeah, I know. Well, next week, predictions, interviews, the old stuff we all enjoy. Jamie Lagana, you need to come out. You got nothing to do on Saturday mornings? Telling you, that Champions Edition ain't gonna be a bad idea. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about. Bye. Yeah, see you next week.